Hello students, parents and carers. We're now coming to the end of National Careers Week and I sincerely hope that you've had a great week in terms of trying out new things, exploring different types of lessons in all your subjects and really trying to find out what that learning means in terms of what it might relate to in careers. Working out what career for you is quite a difficult thing to do. Right the way through from year 7 to 11 you might have lots of different thoughts, changing ideas on what you might want to become in the future. For those students who have quite a clear ambition and clear direction, that's great. But equally, having an open mind right the way through your time at the academy is also a good thing, keeping your options open. This short video is going to tell you more about the partnerships with employers from industry who work with the academy, who will work with you right the way through from year 7 to 11 to give you the best information, advice and guidance possible for you to help formulate your thoughts on what you might want to become in the future. So now we're going to hear from two really exciting projects taking place in North Manchester over the next few years. The development of North Manchester Hospital is a huge project in Crumpsall, creating lots and lots of new jobs and opportunities. Likewise, the Northern Gateway project in Collyhurst, which hopes to build almost 10,000 new homes in the next 10 years, will also create lots and lots of new opportunities and jobs, and you're going to hear from people shortly who are talking about those projects in more detail.
Good morning everyone, my name is Nin and I am the Social Value Manager working on the North Manchester General Hospital redevelopment. When we think about construction, we think of the physical transformation and my role, social value, is more the human side. So ultimately I want to try and help the North Manchester community socially and economically. So today I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our North Manchester General Hospital redevelopment project. So on the first slide, this gives you a bit of an indication as to what we will be building. So we're going to have a brand new healthcare hub and a wellbeing centre. So the idea is that local charities and community groups can access these brilliant new facilities to deliver training and bring communities together. We'll also have a brand new acute building, a residential community as well, which will include some residential housing and also a village green, which will be a great way to bring everybody together. So I'm just going to show you the next slide as well, which will tell you a bit about why we need the redevelopment. So unfortunately, it's no longer fit for purpose. Years and years and years ago, it was used for old working houses. So there is a massive need to make sure that it's modernised and that it can help people going forward for years to come. So this slide just kind of gives you a bit of a better overview of the scale of the project. So as you can see, it's going to be really spread out. It's going to be a real community hub that will serve the community for years and years to come. So we're going to have housing for vulnerable people and for key workers, the village green, which I spoke about before, which will be like the centre or the hub, if you like, for the hospital project. Education buildings so that the NHS staff can deliver training to their employees, and health and wellbeing hubs to make sure that everybody is well mentally and physically, and obviously the acute building as well. So these couple of slides just give you a bit of an idea as to what it will look like once it's completed. So construction work for the North Manchester General Hospital starts this year. It'll be a 5-year scheme. And over the time, we're hoping to build brilliant relationships with your school so that we can help you with curriculum activities, mock interviews, we'll give you work experience placements and site visits too.
I'm Mittal Jurban Putra, and I'm a project manager for Hive Projects, which is a Manchester-based consultancy. I wasn't always a project manager. I started off my career on the back of a university degree in architectural technology, which opened up opportunities for me in the construction industry. I worked for a few architects' practices whilst I learnt my trade, eventually turning to project management as I fancied a different career in construction. I wanted to have a greater influence in the production of a building, not just the design elements. There are some similarities between my previous role and as a project manager. You have to learn to work with a brief provided by the client. They're usually the person or company which employs you as the professional to bring their idea of something into a reality. I'm currently working on a 1,000 space multi-storey car park at the North Manchester General Hospital. There's going to be a state-of-the-art cycle hub which includes a secure bicycle store and changing facilities. Importantly, the car park will cater for electrical vehicle charging points. The Hospital Trust is environmentally conscious and so are very keen to design for the future, reducing carbon emissions. I work closely with the design team, which is made up of architects, engineers and landscape designers, to ensure that the car park will include everything the client wants, whilst ensuring it meets government regulations. You then have to consider how much this is all going to cost, which is where I work with quantity surveyors. The client will want value for money, which means getting the best they can within their budgets. I'll then produce a monthly report for the client, which keeps them updated of all aspects of the project. Once the design and costs have been agreed and the client is happy with the outcome, we'll then get in touch with potential builders or contractors to make the design a reality. Some of the benefits of working in the industry include, well, you get to meet all kinds of challenges, and there's lots of collaboration work in project management. You could be going onto site for a walk around with the builders and review what has already been built. You could be attending a networking event, listening to experts speak about how they do things differently, whilst also meeting new people in your industry. In project management, there are clear paths to progressing your career. You're constantly learning and ultimately get to choose what you enjoy and are good at. One day, you'll see a building you've been working on being completed, proudly knowing that you helped make the client's brief a reality.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Roberts, and I'm a project manager in the construction industry. For those of you that don't know what a project manager does, we basically sit at the centre of a project. We pull together all the different strands that lead to making a project successful. So at the upfront stage, we might be working on funding and business cases that justify the investment in any capital project, leading through to managing design teams, pulling together designs for the schemes, costing those designs with other members of the team, and then procuring those works, which basically means negotiating with contractors and builders to understand how much those projects are going to cost and how they're going to be delivered. And then through construction delivery, working on the actual management of those works on site, making sure they're delivered safely, making sure they're delivered on budget and to programme and to the quality that everyone expects. I've actually set up my own project management business with a couple of colleagues, and we're currently working on the project and programme management of the North Manchester General Hospital redevelopment, which is a huge scheme over the next sort of 6-7 years to really sort of change and bring a lot of capital investment into North Manchester General Hospital and deliver a new hospital that's fit for the 21st century. So it's over the last sort of 16-17 years of my career, managed to work with some great people, work across a variety of projects, and for me, construction and project management gives the opportunities to have a really diverse and enjoyable career, which I've really enjoyed. So yeah, hope this is useful, and yeah, look forward to being able to do one of these face to face one day. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Rebecca Kirkland and I'm the Community Liaison Manager for Far East Consortium. Far East Consortium are the joint venture partners with Manchester City Council, and we are helping to deliver the Northern Gateway programme. Over the next 15 to 20 years, you will see a positive change and transformation in the area that you all live in. This slide just shows a map of the area that we'll be looking at. So it will be the north of Manchester, where we'll be working across 7 different neighbourhoods to help create affordable housing, private sale housing, and lots of new projects that will be starting across the area. My role is about connecting into the community and looking at the areas that we're developing to ensure that our residents and community are engaged from the start of what we're doing. So ensuring that everyone knows what's going on and looking at the sort of proposed plans moving forward. Our values as a company are to ensure a positive and social impact, to make sure that we're connecting lots of different opportunities around employment, training, education, looking into different projects that are already happening with different VCSE groups and organisations working in the area, and how we can support and elevate those with funding. Moving forward, we'd really like to engage with different neighbourhoods. We're starting in the Collyhurst area. This is a CGI just to show you the area, potentially what it could look like once it's been redeveloped. So this is one of our first phases in the Northern Gateway. I'm also going to ask some of my colleagues to have a chat to you on this call.
Hi there, my name's Nick. I'm Delivery Director at Far East Consortium, and that job entails me being responsible for managing the contractors who we use on the various developments that you see going up and will go up in northern Manchester. I grew into this, I have this job by virtue of doing a surveying degree at university, and I was interested in surveying really because of the subjects I was interested in at school. So I was interested in science and maths and geography, and that led to a career of the built environment. I wanted to build some of the world that we use every day. And I think that's one of the inspiring things about working in construction, actually. It's that opportunity to influence in whatever small way the environment that we use every day, be it the roads we drive on or the houses we live in or the workplaces that we work in. I also think that construction, a career in construction can be really useful from the perspective of having a varied workplace and being out on site at times and being in the office and being at home as I am today. That's a nice variety in your career, and I just want to leave you with those thoughts as maybe that's a little bit of inspiration to consider a career in construction. Okay, all the best.
Hi, my name's Tom. I'm currently working for FEC as a construction manager. I've been working for FEC for just over a year now. I really enjoy it, and I work for the delivery team. The delivery team tends to work through the construction phase of a project, once a development manager, and the procurement team have developed a design and appointed a contractor. That's when our team will step in and we will work with the contractor through the construction phase up to completion. So my job is generally about 50% of the time spent on site and 50% in meetings. I might be in a design meeting working with architects and engineers to develop a design through to construction phase through when it can be built. Or I can be working on out on site, finding issues and figuring out ways we can overcome them, working with site managers and developing things out on site. I do a lot of quality control, ensure that things are built with the right materials and built as per building regs, essentially ensuring that what the customer is paying for and what we're paying for as a client is going to be a really good quality product at the end. It's going to be well made and it's going to be built to last. I've not worked as a construction manager all my life. I started off at 17, didn't follow the traditional route at the time of leaving school. I decided academic study wasn't for me, so I decided to go on learn a trade. I've always been hands-on, so I went and studied an apprenticeship in electrical technical services, 4-year apprenticeship that I completed at 21. Since then I've worked through various roles in the construction industry. I've worked as a building surveyor and I've worked as a clerk of works, and now I'm working as a construction manager. Throughout all them different roles I've carried on in education, mainly part-time, so I've qualifications in electrical design, in photovoltaics. I've been to university part-time and studied construction and building surveying, and I feel like I'm still learning every day on the job, and it's something that I really enjoy. The construction industry is a great industry to work in.
Hi, my name is Mohammed. I work as a project manager in the construction industry. My role has a lot of variety and involves working with architects, engineers, cost consultants, and interior designers, and predominantly managing the contractors when they're out on site building. I started working in the construction industry because I wanted a job which was challenging, exciting and different every day. I also enjoy meeting new people and working collaboratively to achieve a goal, and the construction industry really does give me an opportunity to do that. I have a qualification in business management, and I'm currently studying to attain a more specific project management related qualification. I would say there are lots of benefits to working in construction. For me, the biggest one being the satisfaction and sense of achievement when you get to the end of a project and when all the hard work you've put in comes to life, and you can step back and say, I was a part of that.
So I hope you found those clips really useful, and now you know much more about the Northern Gateway project and the North Manchester Hospital project, things that we'll be working with school for the next a few years to come. Final thing to do, we'd love to tell you more about all our other partners that we work with here at MCA, but we haven't got the time today. In the description box of this video, you will see a number of links to the short clips from people who work in other industries that work with MCA. For example, with CISCO, a global IT company, in Kennedy's Law, all about law and legal industry, and also with Beavers and Struthers, who are a huge finance and accounting organisation. We even work with more partners. So if you visit our website, our careers page has a partnership section with logos of all the different partners that we're currently working with. I would urge you all, in your own time, to visit the website, click on the links for our partners, which will take you to explore all that they're about. I hope you've enjoyed this video and Careers Week. Keep exploring, keep your options open, and look forward to working with you soon.